So today is going to be like kind of a quick info session. Um, we have some announcements and stuff like that. And then we also have officer positions that are up. And I wanted to make sure to get you guys that pretty early in the semester so you guys have time to think about it and get your guys' applications in and everything. So y'all see like the videos on here, or can I do a presentation? Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So we have some announcements. Biggest things that we're coming up with, a lot of like donation drives and stuff. They're the same ones that we usually run here in CAPS. We have our prom dress drive. So prom dresses, we need those in by April 15th so that we have all of our seniors that are going in to their prom, so they have them in time to like get them ready and pick out their jewelry and everything. So we're still taking donations on that. We have Easter bag donations coming up. So we're going to be making Easter bags or baskets for Cumberland's again. And we have a social event. So the biggest thing about Easter baskets and Easter bags, if you are donating candy and everything, we need that into the social work office by April 7th, because we're going to have our social event on April 8th. And I'm going to go and pick all of that stuff early so that I can get everything set up in the student union for everybody. And our officers will be there. And because of this social event, which I'll talk about on the next slide, we will not be having a meeting in the middle of April. That's the biggest thing, is that we want to try and get everyone used to just like coming out again and getting used to in-person meetings, so that hopefully next semester we can have meetings like in the union. So we're going to hope that you guys come out for that. It's going to be on a Friday. And then we also have our Zambia donation drive, which is with Dr. Gill. I have a box that I purchased, and I have some goodies that I put in there, and I'm going to be taking that box up to the social work office today, right after the meeting. It's literally just a giant U-Haul box. So I personally like went to like a secondhand store, a thrift store, and I got like button-ups, dresses, and some shoes. It literally cost me like $10. The shoes are a little expensive, but that's because I want to make sure that somebody has some shoes. And then next this is what I was talking about. So the Easter bag social event. Easter bags are going to be made at a social event taking place in the student union Friday, April 8th at 3 p.m. Because of this, we are not going to have a meeting on April 13th. I want everyone to try and get a little comfy and coming out to our social event so that we can try and do in-person meetings, because I miss seeing y'all's faces. As much as I love seeing your pictures and everything on Zoom, I really do like mingling with you guys. Our last social event was super fun, so I hope you guys can come out for that. And then all donations will be taken to the social work office. They need to be there by April 7th. If you need to like bring them with you on that Friday, that's okay too. We usually have Adeze and Emily who clock points for that. So we make sure that we're on top of all of that. And then officer elections. So this is what I'm super excited about. So we only have 3 officers right now, and we are like dream team trying to do our best for you guys, but we definitely need some help. Something that I'm really big on is that we kind of just like work, and we're all leaders in our own positions, but we work as a group and we're really flexible with each other. So that's something I wanted to kind of like touch on, which is we have each other's back. It is extra work, but it's not going to take up hours and hours of your week. We're pretty flexible with each other. All of us have crazy schedules, and we understand that. The biggest thing and the biggest commitment that I'm going to say is that you're going to commit to one whole academic year being in that officer position. So if you go and sign up for secretary, which we'll talk about that in the next few slides, you're saying that I'm willing to, obviously I'm going to be flexible, but I'm going to be present, and I'm going to be an officer for that entire year. So for next fall and next spring. That's the biggest thing. And then I have, sorry, I had to catch my breath. I have a Google form that we made. Thank you, Adeze. Our vice president helped us make, and you're going to go to this link, which I will make sure to put the link to this whole PowerPoint presentation in our GroupMe, which most of the stuff that I send is through GroupMe. And yeah, those officer positions and like that officer application is going to be due April 15th, and we're going to announce them on April 27th at our meeting. All right. So the positions that are up for election are treasurer, historian, and secretary. So treasurer, you mainly work with me as president. Right now, I'm kind of juggling both. I was the treasurer last semester, and I would be the one who you'd come to who kind of will train you about what to do and all of that. Secretary works hand in hand with our VP. So Adeze is going to be talking about that. And then historian, which is a big one, is going to be hopefully a big one for next semester because we're going to be in person. I'm going to try to do our meetings in person. You're going to be working closely with Emily, who is our public relations. Adeze, did you want to talk about secretary?
Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, so this semester, I'm currently VP and secretary. So what I usually do is I take up the attendance. I record meeting minutes, making sure that we like hit every point throughout the meeting with guest speakers, with officers speaking, with our advisors. And I also conduct attendance points. So whatever you do, whenever you like come to the meeting, drop off stuff, I calculate all that. And we also, well, the last bullet point is kind of all of us, but mostly the secretary. We also create point opportunities for members. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward position.
And treasurer was my last position. Thank you, Adeze. Yeah, secretary is really cool. You kind of just like help us stay organized. So we really need someone who's organized in that position. So if you're wanting to do that, go ahead and apply for secretary. And then for treasurer, it seems like a lot, but I'm going to be really honest. It's really simple. It's really simple. So you request funding from You request funding from the Student Government Association. It seems scary. It's really not. I will help you. It's basically you go through and you fill out this form, basically saying this is what we need. This is the funding that we need for like our t-shirts. And that's a big one, is that we donate all the money that you guys buy for t-shirts to kinship families. That's something that I started, and I'm really, really glad how many people actually bought a t-shirt. We raised like over $300 for diapers. So that was amazing. You keep track of funds and dues. So when someone sends in dues, you basically let one of us know and you're like, hey, dues just came in. You go onto the point sheet, which is that CAPS point sheet that all of you guys have, and you put in, okay, they marked their dues. You keep me and all of the other officers up to date on the CAPS account funds. We have a like Cash App and a funding account. So you kind of just like let us know what's going on with that. And if there's any necessary purchases that we need to make, like example, we didn't have enough bags for the Valentine's Day. So as treasurer, I purchased some bags with our P card and then put that in for donations for our Valentine's stuff. So it's pretty simple. Is Emily here? No, she's running late.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, cool. Hey, Emily, what's up?
We're under Alan Perez, but historian and stuff. So you will be working very closely with me. Basically, historian helps us document all of our events, our meetings, taking pictures, and helping post with Pioneer Engage and on our Instagram. It's a pretty collaborative position. You know, in Canva, we trust this last semester, but I would love to do more pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, my job is pretty chill.
Emily's the one who has been doing everything, talking to you guys, making all of our posters, posting on social media. So if you're going to be applying for historian, you're going to help and work with Emily, just figuring out how to best like post our stuff, take pictures at social events. And the biggest thing that Emily requested for our next historian is that you are present at our social events. So if you're going and wanting to apply for historian, make sure that you're present at our social events so that you're able to take pictures and mingle with everybody. All right. Does anyone have any questions about that?
I do have a question.
Go for it.
Can you, if you don't already, can you send this PowerPoint in the GroupMe?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll go ahead and send this in the GroupMe so that you guys have the Google form. And I'll also be posting the Google form on your guys' membership like info sheet that I made you guys. I have a question
Okay, and then
actually before your next question. Does that member like info sheet help? Does that help? Yeah.
yes, a lot.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if it was like too much information, but what were you asking?
So for the prom dresses, do they, I know this is probably a dumb question, but do they have to prom dresses? Or can you donate like homecoming dresses too?
Yes, absolutely. Not a dumb question. No question.
Okay.
Dumb. Yeah, any dresses, because everybody has different style. Personally, if I were to wear a prom dress, I don't want like a ball gown. I would want like something, you know, a little less, but everybody has different styles. So if you have a dress, I promise you someone is going to be willing and grateful for it. So if you're willing to go and like give dresses, we will take them.
Okay. And I can bring it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you can bring it to class. I could take it for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? No.
Oh, I do want to say, like little fun little tip. If you want to apply for treasurer, you don't have to have a car, but I think that would be best, right? So like for emergencies, I mean, like we kind of coordinate.
Amazon,
way.
amazing thing, guys.
Yeah.
Amazon,
exempt,
amazing thing. Yeah, for the most part, we work remotely as officers. That's a good point to bring up. We work remotely as officers. So if you're a commuter or you are mostly off campus, we can work with you. Like we're flexible. The biggest thing is like our historian is the one who would basically, if you live closer to campus, that would be a really good position for you, because when we do social events, we will want our historian to be there taking pictures and documenting all of that kind of stuff. Does that make sense?
Oh, I have a point about historian, and I don't want you guys to get discouraged. Like, you don't have to have a professional camera. You can use your phone, and that's perfectly fine. Because I would think there's some people who are like, see the word historian and think, oh, I have to be fancy schmancy. No, you can use your phone, and we will be okay. That's all I got.
All right. Let's see. Can prom dresses be knee length? Yeah. Oh yeah. I know some girls who rock some short prom dresses. Thank you for posting the officer application, and I'll show you guys what that looks like too. If my thing will pull up. Oh, you made it all cute. Look at that. So cute. So biggest thing, we even have like, we put like a kind of like a dumbed down list of what what's the word I'm looking for? Like the responsibilities of these positions in our PowerPoint, but our amazing VP Adeze went in and put a little bit more like in depth what all goes into those positions. And then you're going to put your name and your date, your certification, which if you are early on, that's okay. If you're a senior, that's okay. Your TW email, make sure that you're using your TW stuff, because all of our stuff is in a CAPS drive, which is going to be really cool. If one of y'all are going to become officers, you'll be able to see all of that. The position you're applying for, and then just kind of like a short tidbit, a little biography about yourself and why you want to be in that position, what makes you eligible for that position. And then like, why do you want to become an officer? And just something interesting about yourself, and a little like closing statement, which I made sure to tell everybody, is just we're flexible with each other. We are student led. We have our amazing advisors, Professor Bland and everybody, and we all just really work with each other. We're, you know, a really good group, and we want to bring y'all on. So hopefully most of you guys will start applying and all of that, and then we will have our advisor look over that, and we should have decisions made by, I believe we said the 27th. So yeah, I really do think that's it. Does anybody have any other questions or anything? No, nobody? All right, well, that was super quick. Adeze, Emily, you have anything to add?
Check social media because we're gonna keep on like reposting stuff on like our stories, and maybe we'll have a shared story file on our Instagram by the end of this week. Don't quote me. I'm gonna try to figure that out. So yeah, check social media.
Yeah, also, I think somebody put in the chat, they dropped off a prom dress. So Shelby, I believe. Yeah, so please email me so I can put in your points.
Is there a hand raised? Alan? All right. Well,
Our
I
bad.
think everything that I have for you guys. Go ahead and dismiss you. I'll stay behind if you have any more like in-depth questions about any of these positions. But yeah, that's really it. And I'll make sure to post and everything. Oh, what is that? But yeah, thank you guys.